My name is Antonina. I'm 23 and I am originally from Churchill, Manitoba. I'm a proud member of York Factory First Nation. I'm the first person in my family to obtain a university degree. I feel very privileged to have had a safe home to grow up in when I know that people, family members and community members are still struggling with a lot of after effects of colonization. Growing up, I was constantly surrounded by the hospital. I've noticed and experienced my own issues with racism in healthcare, and it has really inspired me to want to be that advocate, somebody they can relate to, somebody that looks like them and may have gone through similar experiences. Churchill has a population of around 800 people, and so Winnipeg just seems like New York when you first get here from Churchill. I was the only First Nations person in my program. I didn't really feel like I had much to relate to there. It was just so isolating for me. Wasn't really noticing any Indigenous artwork or anything in the building. I started talking to some of the staff about how I was feeling, and the staff at the university and in the Faculty of Kinesiology were very supportive. I joined Parks Council, which is the student council for the Faculty of Kinesiology. I got to make sure that Indigenous students, Indigenous people were being represented in our spaces, to see jingle dress dancers, Indigenous artwork being unveiled in a space that once felt so empty and gray to me. Being vocal when I felt like something was wrong. It wasn't always easy and it was quite scary, but I think it was worth it. I was placed with the women's basketball team, and they ended up truly feeling like family to me when I left. They were so amazing. I saw my 14-year-old cousin post about the death of two of her closest friends, one from York Factory First Nation and one from Tatasquayak Cree Nation, which is the neighboring community. And they were 13 and 14 years old, and they had both taken their life. I'm gonna do a fundraiser. I was I think I'm gonna run every day and try and raise some money. There was so much support from all across Manitoba, all across Canada. My goal was to raise $3,000. And I surpassed that with over $4,000 raised. I was the recipient of the Manitoba Indigenous Youth Achievement Awards, and I was the recipient for the category of Health North. The second award that I won was actually at the end of my degree, and it was the Bachelor of Kinesiology Graduate of the Year. My eyes just started watering right away. My parents were there. To be recognized like that from a faculty and a place that I once felt so alone really put a lot of things into perspective for me. So I actually just finished my degree in athletic therapy, working at the health center in Churchill as the women's program leader, where I plan holistic health and wellness activities. My granny has actually been my only grandparent I've had throughout my whole life, and she has about 50 grandchildren and great-grandchildren combined, and she's truly the matriarch of our family. She just holds us all together like glue. She inspires me so much. She is a day school survivor of the residential school system. When I look at her, all I see is wisdom and strength. My granny just had this amazing collection of all this beautiful beadwork. So my mom took the beadwork and created these slippers for me, and I actually had my whole grad powwow outfit, including this skirt, revolve around these slippers because I wanted to remember who I was doing it for. She wasn't able to come see me graduate. When I was always coming back and forth, she's always oh, how long are you here for? When are you leaving? I'm here forever, Granny. I was I'm done now. And so my graduation cap actually sits on the shelf in her room.